What's going on YouTube? SciGuy29 coming at you for another video. Today, it's a video response for Drew over at the Drew of Vintage Legacy. And he was having this because he was approaching 200 subscribers, and now he's almost at 250, I believe, at the time I'm making this. So congratulations, Drew. For those of you who don't know, Drew's channel has not been making videos all that long. First saw him, pretty sure it was with Jake when he was still the Ticket Leprechaun. Now, legends never die. But I'm pretty sure that's where it was. I could be wrong, but that I usually am. But having this contest and wants you to show cards of players, good to great to Hall of Fame players that never won a World Series title. And lots of those out there. Was kind of surprised. I rattled off a few. He shows some on his video. Check his channel out, by the way. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that. So go check out the actual video and then come back and watch my video because it'll make a lot more sense. But he showed two guys that are Hall of Famers, one that's not. And at least one of them has to be a non-Hall of Famer. I've got two in my group today. The rest are Hall of Famers. It's kind of amazing, though, the number of Hall of Famers that haven't won a World Series. So, and football, you hear that thrown around a lot, that, man, they just never won the Super Bowl or an NFL title. Well, yeah, they didn't. And baseball, I don't know if it's because of the length of the season, the number of other pieces to the puzzle, whatever it might be. But, yeah, let's get on to it. For my first non-Hall of Famer is my main guy, Joe Mauer. With the Twins his entire career, that may have been part of his problem. But for those that don't know, I do collect Joe Mauer. He's my second main PC. My first main PC has won a World Series, so I couldn't include him. Next is a guy that I collected a lot of early on. Later in his career, I stopped. None other than Mr. Barry Bonds on this Upper Deck Play Ball card. And so those are my two non-Hall of Famers. Do I think Mauer will get in? Yes. Do I think Bonds will get in? At some point in time, yes. I just don't know when that is. The next one, here's our run of Hall of Famers, and that is Gaylord Perry. Terrible shine, terrible glare. For a guy that pitched as long as he did, just amazing that he never landed on a team that won the World Series. I find that almost hard to believe. The next one is another guy that, because of when he played with this team, and I guess I realized he didn't start with him as early as I thought he did, and that is none other than Mr. Juan Marichal. Did not play, or did not win a World Series, only pitched in one. 67, I want to say, somewhere in the 60s he pitched in a World Series, and then again in the NLCS in 71, where his only two postseason outings, which is crazy to believe. Another Hall of Famer with great numbers that played on a variety of teams, just never quite got it done, Mr. Jim Thome. Kind of hard to read that with the shine, but that's him. Next, another one I've started collecting on the side because I realized just how many cards of his I had and how much I enjoyed him. Mr. Tony Gwynn. Played in one, did not win it. So, my main man, Tony. Next, another guy that I thought had, but had not. Mr. Carlton Fisk. Brings us to the next person. Another guy that started in Montreal, went to Chicago, MVP, bounced around after Chicago, never quite found the right fit. Mr. Andre Dawson, the Hawk, no World Series rings. And last, but certainly not least, one of my favorites growing up, one of the best pure hitters in baseball history, Mr. Rod Carew. Started with the Twins a little late, when they were really good and didn't stay around long enough for him to get good again, which he wouldn't have even with his time with the Angels. Wasn't long enough for the Twins to get good again. But so there's my choices of non-World Series winners. Congratulations, Drew. And if you don't know his channel, go check it out. You won't be disappointed. There's a lot of good stuff. Thanks a lot. Till next time, collect what you love. Love what you collect.